Thank you all for helping to determine the extent of the damage to the capital. This information will be invaluable as we proceed with reconstruction. There is also happy word from Castle Wolfort. My Lord Father is awake. They say he is recovering apace and is already up and walking.
Those are glad tidings indeed.
He says he would like to see us and hear of all that has passed while he was taken ill.
Then what are we waiting for? I'll saddle the horses.
Would that we could depart at once, but the messenger brought another piece of news.
Bandits plague the outskirts of the Rosellan village.
Jerome and his folk are there. They can handle a few mangy thieves, surely.
Not according to the messenger. The bandits are proving a formidable foe.
Which is why they have asked us for aid.
Apologies for my tardiness. It's sudden, I know, but I must ask you a favor.
What is it?
I suspect Patriot and his royalists of filching relief supplies.
We've no proof it's them, but the fact remains. The people in most need of those goods are not receiving them.
The matter warrants investigating at the very least, and I would ask for Wolfort's assistance.
I see. Well, we were just discussing what we ought to do next. Allow me to explain the 3 courses of action before us. 1. Return to Castle Wolfort as my Lord Father requests. 2. Defend the Rosellan village from bandits. Or 3. Remain in the capital to investigate the royalists.
Lord Simon has recovered. What splendid news. If I could only go to him myself and thank him for all House Wolfort has done. But I cannot leave the capital in the throes of a possible scandal. Too many hold the royal family in contempt as it is.
That may be the case, but now that Lord Simon has awoken, someone must make sure he is healthy and apprise him of recent events. I would go to Castle Wolfort, Lord Serenar, if it pleases you.
My heart breaks for the Rosellan village. Let me go to its defense, even if I must go alone.
I cannot allow that. It's far too dangerous a task for one person.
Well, I would have the Wolfort soldiers with me, of course. Besides, do you recall our first meeting?
Of course I do. You were being assailed by rogues at the port.
If you hadn't been there, who knows what would have become of me. But I am not as weak now as I was then. I am stronger, enough that I shall bring no dishonor to House Wolfort's name. My lord, have faith in me. Let me do this.
Very well.
It seems best that Benedict, Frederica, and I each attend to these pressing matters, separately.
Indeed, but the rest of us cannot be in 3 places at once. We can only choose one path to take. Bring the scales of conviction.
I cannot help but feel restless. We reclaimed the crown city and have already begun restoration efforts. There should be no question as to what needs to be done here. And yet, something has me unsettled. Huh. Oh, only a interesting distribution this time. Benedict's the only one in favor of returning to Wolfort and telling Simon that Glenbrook has been reclaimed. Roland and Hewitt want to remain in the Crown City and expose the corrupt royalists. And, of course, then there's Frederica and Gila that want to travel to the Rosellan village and investigate the bandits. And Anna and Eridor haven't decided. Huh. I can go out and investigate, though, right? Examine? No, don't do that. No, let's... Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Neat. Okay. Nothing over here. Just gotta... Ooh. There's freaking money behind the emblem. Whoa. You love to see it. Okay, I'm glad that I investigated that then. Oh, that's just investigating the thingamabob there. I can go and investigate and, like, gather intel and stuff, right? What do you bet that there's a thing in one of these plants? I'm honestly surprised there isn't. Wow. Yes, I'm heading out. Let's go ahead and gather intel. This is gonna be where I keep like a separate save file, and I'm gonna explain why. This is gonna be really important. First of all, let's go ahead and make a save file like here, and then like just in case I need to build up any specific conviction. I don't think I need these save files from like forever ago. I don't believe. This is the thing where Bob, where it's like you want to go to Esfrost or Hyzant right at the beginning of the game. I don't care that much about that save file at this point. So let's save here first and foremost. Yeah. Okay. I must admit, I am deeply fascinated by you, Lord Serenoa. A lord turned saint who was won back his kingdom from Esfrosty clutches and saw the prince back to his throne. I can only wonder how your people will welcome such a hero home. Pray allow me to accompany you, my lord. If I go to Wolfort, I suppose Milo will be coming with me. Learn about Milo's destination. Yes, that's where she'll be going. Actually, I'm gonna save in both these slots script. This will be my slot where it's like right before the 2 here will be my slot before the beginning of the investigation, really, and then this will be my one for right before voting. This is what I'm thinking here, just in case. So let's talk to everyone else, do everything else first before I do the convictions, then I can like save again and such. To think that King Roland was alive all this time. Your house has my utmost respect for helping him reclaim the capital. My allegiance to the royal family shall not waver, not now or ever. We were downright cowards under Esfrost's rule, but hearing stories of House Wolfort's courage in reclaiming the capital has inspired us to do better. Up this way we go. I heard some bands were spotted on the outskirts of the Rosellan village. Rumor has it they're led by some father and daughter duo. So it's that same couple bandits then again. What are their names again? Father and daughter. Sounds like Travis and Trish. But what could they be after? Family banditry. Yeah, so those two are the ones going after the Rosellan village once again. Lord Serenoa. Well, not... The Rosellan village has been gone after again, but this is the first time that they've gone after the Rosellan village, but, you know. Lord Serenoa, I've heard great things about you. You are appointed one of the Saintly Seven and even demonstrated your prowess as a lord of a high house in battle. How should we royalists address you from now on? Nothing around here to yoink? Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Anything around here? No? Really? Nothing? Nothing, I guess. Wow. So just like not a whole lot to this investigation, I guess. Is this thing we're about before the vote? Nice little lookout point there. Yeah, I guess there's just like a not a lot to it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and save again then. So yeah, save into slot 2 here. Alright, let's see here. We royalists, along with Minister Patriot himself, are helping to rebuild the capital. We must reverse all the changes that Esfrost has wrought and see the Crown City back to its former glory. I know that there are many problems facing the kingdom now, but us royalists are more than happy to take care of everything. I have a feeling that, they might have their own, you know, goals here that aren't exactly in, Glenbrook's best interest. Let us serve King Roland together. Please see domestic affairs and reassure the people that everything is okay. Is it true what they're saying? Is Bainland really dead? Is it true that the royalists tried to win the Archduke's favor in order to protect themselves? If you want our trust, tell us everything you learned about Esfrost under their rule. Oh, huh. Yeah, I don't trust them to be doing this. Yeah, if you're really our allies, tell us everything you know. I wish I could, my lord, but Archduke Gustadolf had us doing only the most menial of tasks. There isn't anything I can tell you. Is that so? I should have suspected as much. There's no way Gustadolf would tell anything to those he couldn't trust. I guess he wouldn't, but still, I still feel like they're hiding something. I do remember one thing, though. Minister Patriot said that Lady Erica always wanted fresh fruit and wine brought to her room. I see. Thank you for your help. Does that information help me in any way? Our salt reserves are running low. We must restore trade with Hyzant as soon as possible. Hyzan's our friend for now, but they were just saying in that last conversation that they want to take out, like, Esfrost and Glenbrook, so I mean, it's one of the Saintly Seven. Isn't there anything you can do? You needn't worry so much. The consortium and merchants are already on the move. Let's give them some time. If we rush into negotiations, we may be taken advantage of. It is in our best interest to wait for the opportune moment. We must have King Roland's permission before we act. In the meantime, we can share a portion of Wolfort's stores with the Crown City. I'm doing this one this time. That's what I think I'll be doing. Negotiations ought to be done with a level head, after all. Our reserves won't last forever, but we'll hold long enough. I would think stores of salt nearly depleted after the trade stop. We already had some stocked up for emergencies, but the Frosty army brought a whole bunch more. So the duchy has salt to spare. I suppose that really means they were preparing for war for some time. Or they have access to a different source, potentially. I don't know. You have put my mind at ease, Lord Wolfort. Cannot thank you enough. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Yes, let's go inside. Let's return here. And both these save files might actually be useful, so I might keep both save slot 1 and 2 for the future. Because turns out this is an important vote. And I think I know what I'm going to already, but I do worry about making a terrible mistake by doing it. Let me adjust the Doogie Cam here real quick. So, there are only 2 votes in this entire game that dictate whether you get new units or not. Well, what new units you get, essentially, is what it is. Chapter 3, which is where you go to either Esfrost or Hyzant at the beginning of the game to like check them out and whatnot. And this chapter right here, this is the only other one that can result in a Hi. But one of them is tied to the true ending. So, if I go to my little flowchart thingamabob that I've been using, if you go to Wolfort and tell Simone that Glenbrook has been reclaimed, then you get Milo, as was implied there when we were going out there and talking to her. And it's like, oh, I'll be tagging along with you when you go to Wolfort and stuff. So you get Milo, who we've already been using in a couple battles up to this point as like just a preset unit, but us not having her as like a full-on proper character. We'd get her if we go to Glenbrook. If we remain in the Crown City and expose the corrupt royalists, then we recruit Cordelia, apparently, so that's a solid character there. And apparently if we travel to the Rosellan village and investigate the bandits, we will either recruit either Travis or Trish, those two. Apparently, you will recruit Trish if you protected the Roselle way back earlier, like in Chapter 11, I think it was. And you will recruit Travis if you gave up the Roselle earlier in the game. So there's 4 different units that you could get here depending on your route. So if you want to get like all the units, you need to do 4 playthroughs and do the 4 different thingamabobs here. Well, the 3 different things here, but have either given up the Roselle or protected the Roselle for like the last option there. But the one that's actually required for the true ending, apparently, if we want to do the golden route, is return to Wolfort and tell Simon that Glenbrook has been reclaimed. We have to do that one and recruit Milo if we want to get the true ending on this playthrough. But what's really spicy about the true path, like the super canon thingamabob, the Serenoa ending it's called apparently, or the golden route, is apparently during the final battle you use like all of your units, every single one of your characters, kind of like how you had to use it in Octopath Traveler. So I guess it makes sense after Octopath Traveler did it where you had to use all your units. So I guess it makes sense that this game would do so as well. But because of that, if you since you have to do the option that recruits Milo to get the true ending, it seems to be advantageous to not do that on like a non-golden route thingamabob, because the golden route you have to use every unit. Hi. I've seen a lot of sites recommend that you don't go for the true ending first, because you won't have a massive ton of units. Only go for it like after subsequent New Game Plus runs when you recruit more units and such, so that way when you go for the true ending, you can have more units at your disposal and have like a more full army and such. I do want to go for it. I do want to go for it on the first playthrough here and see if I can do it. It means that I will be shooting myself in the foot. But, you know, I really hope that I wouldn't change my mind away from the golden ending and go for like one of the different endings, because it seems to be like a waste of time returning to Wolfort and telling Simon the Glenbrook has been reclaimed if you don't go for the true ending. Because that is tied to the true ending, if you did that and recruited Milo, then that means that you have to do at least like 5 playthroughs to recruit all units, because you have to do that like a second time to do the true ending later, is the thing. So the shortest amount of playthroughs that you can do to recruit all units is 4 by doing the Remain in the Crown City for Cordelia, and then the travel to the Rosellan village and investigate the bandits for like both Travis and Trish, and then only doing Return to Wolfort and tell Simon that Glenbrook has been reclaimed on the playthrough that you're actually doing the Golden Route on, because you just have to do it twice since it's tied to it again if you do a non-Golden Route run while doing that. One of the memes I have in my memes folder for this game for when I'm going live is that one bit from Interstellar where it's like this little maneuver is going to cost us 51 years in reference to returning to Wolfort and telling Simon that Glenbrook has been reclaimed if you're not going for the true ending. A maneuver that's going to cost you 51 years like an Interstellar. So what I was thinking about doing is I was going to return to Wolfort and tell Simon that Glenbrook has been reclaimed. But if I get to like the end of the Golden Route and I decide that like, oh my goodness, I screwed myself, I literally can't do it at this strength, then I'm gonna freaking reload this save file I did save right before voting. And then I'll do one of the other options and just bum rush through to like one of the regular endings on like very easy mode or something like that. Start a new game plus, cycle through, and then start doing the thingamabob, and then we have more units by the end. So, okay, yeah, I did save just here. So yeah, I may have to reload this save down the line and have this be the thing that just like zooms through to New Game Plus and helps us get more units and whatnot. Maybe, but I am going to try to beat the true ending of this game, beat the Golden Route on hard mode in a non-New Game Plus is what I'm going to try to do. So, I'm going to try to convince my allies to return to Wolfort and tell Simon that Glenbrook has been reclaimed, but that's the situation, and that's what makes Chapter 15 here so weird. So, yeah, that's the predicament that I'm in right now. So, there's that. We finally managed to rout the Asfrosti forces from the capital, but it seems our busy days are not over yet. Now we must decide which issue requires our attention most. If I didn't know that the true ending was a thing, and I was going like completely blind, I mean, I don't know what any of these endings like result in, so that part is still blind. But if I was just doing like, without any outside information at all, wasn't going for a true ending, if I was just like following my heart here, I would travel to the Rosellan village and investigate the bandits, is what I would do. But it seems our busy days are not over yet. Now we must decide which issue requires our attention most. Probably the Rosellan village, but okay, yeah, I've been pursuing a lot of morality there. I'm honestly surprised that the Liberty one isn't like a level higher than the utility one. I wonder if I chose like some utility options out there that help level that up. Because our busy days are not over yet, but which issue requires us most? Probably this one, but we're doing this one. I wish to return home and tell father of our victory. You would have us return to Wolfort, my lord. My father has finally opened his eyes again. I would see his condition for myself. It is now the time for Roland to... Hi! It is now the time to show... Gosh dang it. Hi! Yeah, you're pretty cute. It is now the time for Roland to show his people what he is capable of. We would be naught but a hindrance. If we go to Wolfort, Milo is likely to follow. It would be best for us to keep an eye on her. Yeah, sure, let's keep an eye on her. After reclaiming the capital, House Wolfort gained more acclaim than even the Holy State had anticipated. There is a chance Milo has been given orders by Hyzant to investigate the Wolfort domain. We mustn't leave her to her own devices. It would be wise to keep a close eye on her. Welcome back, Guzma. I understand your concerns for our home, and yet... As deep in thought. We're deciding like what issue to tackle, and we're trying to return to Wolfort. As the steward of House Wolfort, it is my duty to let Lord Simon know what happened while he was ill. Benedict has already chosen a path. Oh, I can't convince him at all. Oh, I wonder if like all the ones that have like already decided I can't convince her. What's going on? Crown City's finally back in Glenbrook's hands, but our work's far from over.
Listen, lad.
Where I think we should go from here, lad. So I guess returning to Wolfort is probably like the hardest one to do, because if everyone that's decided is already set in stone, then that means that you need to convince both of the undecided people to get it there. Actually, I think if you even convince one, I think if it's like a tie, then I think that you guys, the player, get to decide. Yeah, we're on chapter 15 right now. Well, yeah, prove fruit for all. I want you to return home and tell father of a victory. Should have seen that one coming. So I will for it, eh? If both Roland and I investigate, we are bound to draw people's attentions, the royalists included. My father has just regained consciousness. Don't you wish to see him too, Erador? Is this what would apply best to, Erador? I'm gonna say this, though. Can't deny that. You two won't be doing any sneaking together, that's for sure. Now, if you aren't careful, you might make yourself a few more enemies in the process. Maybe best to leave this in King Roland's hands for now. The only question is whether the boy can resolve this on his own or not. To be honest, I think going back to Wolford is what's best for us right now. Erador is deep in thought. So I wonder if this is going to be like where the party splits up a bit. Like Roland and Hewitt are going to stay in the Crown City, and Frederica and Gila are going to go investigate the bandits. If the rumors of bandits are true, then Joram and the others might be in danger. I must go to the village to see how my people are faring. Yeah, so the party's going to split up then. Ooh, quality fiber.
Yes?
Things are slowly settling down in the capital. Right now would be the perfect time to pay the Rosellan village a visit. The rumors of bandits are clearly troubling her. Perhaps you could help put her mind at ease. Oh, Gila I can convince so. Maybe it's just like Roland, Frederica, and Benedict that are set in stone. Interesting. My lady clearly worries about the Rosellan village. Why not consider paying a visit with her? I wish to return home and tell father of our victory. You wish to return to Wolfort, my lord? I wish to see how my father fares with my own eyes. If we go to Wolfort, Milo is likely to come with us. We can take the chance to learn more about her. Okay, Sereno. Yeah, that's what happened while you were gone, Guzma. Do you think Hyzant is scheming something and using her to that end? Hi. I'm one of the 7 now. I do not think they mean us any harm. They do, but it would be wise for us not to let our guard down. But of course, we are still unbelievers. It would serve us well to be vigilant of the Holy State's movements. And having Milo close might shed some light on their intentions.
I require some time to
I understand your concerns for your home, my lord. If that were our only issue, the decision would be an easy one. Alas, Gila's deep in thought. Hey? Usually you're not that enthusiastic about getting petted. Usually you just like being near me and, are like, don't pet me, leave me alone, but now all of a sudden you want petting attention? Tonight you do? Also, if she's there, then whoop. Maybe something like this would be a better angle. There. Where's that? There we go. Hi. Hi. Hi, you. Alrighty, let's see here. We may have freed the capital from Esfrost's clutches, but there is still so much work to be done. As a member of the Kingsguard, I wish to stay here and help unify the Crown City. Yeah, so I probably have the most points of morality during this playthrough. As a member of the Kingsguard, I wish to stay here and help unify the Crown City. I wish to return home and tell father of our victory. I see. You wish to return to Wolfort. My father has just recently regained consciousness. I would let him know of our accomplishments myself. Now that he is king, Roland must resolve matters in the capital himself. Only he can unite his people and restore Glenbrook to his former glory. This might appeal more to Hewitt. Maybe. I see. So you believe he must be the one to bring the royalists to justice and regain the people's trust. Even I can see that dissent among the citizens. But, as you said, it may be necessary to leave things entirely in his hands to allow him to establish his position as king.
Okay.
I see now why you would return to the Wolfort domain instead. Hewitt is deep in thought. Wow. Aye. I'll remain here in the capital, but you needn't worry about me. You must decide where you need to be, friend. Roland has already chosen a path. Okay. Time to commence voting, then. The persuasion phase and commence voting. Yes, let's do that. Voting! This is the first time that we voted here.
It is time to cast our votes. We have 3 options before us. Return to the Wolfort domain, depart to the Rosellan village, or stay in the capital. Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
Let's see those morality votes. Yeah, Roland has to stay here. Benedict has to go along to the Wolfort domain, and Frederica has to go to the Rosellan village. What about you, Gila?
I agree wholeheartedly.
Sweet! I stand with you, my lord. You will lead House Wolfort to where it belongs. Yes! Nice, nice.
You have my vote.
After much deliberation, I've decided to let your convictions lead us. Heck yeah! I guess with all the morality I've been pursuing during this playthrough. It's pretty solid there.
I have faith in you.
I was uncertain, but I trust your judgment, Lord Serenoa. Heck yeah!
You won me over.
I've got no good reason to disagree with you, lad. You have my vote. Heck yeah! We're going to Wolfort.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
If this does wind up being a playthrough where I don't go for the true ending on this playthrough and it winds up only being on New Game Plus, then I'll have royally screwed myself by making this decision. But if we are going for the golden road, then this is exactly what we need to do, apparently. Alright, return to Wolfort and tell Simon that Glenbrook has been reclaimed.
The way forward is decided. We return to the Wolfort domain with Benedict, and inform Father that we have reclaimed the capital.
Sereno's convictions have been strengthened.
I must return to the Wolfort domain, to my father's side.
Lord Simon will be most pleased to see you, I am certain.
Of course. Fulfill your duty to your father. I shall see to things in the capital.
And I shall attend to the Rosellen village. Please give Lord Simo my best.
Oh, Lord Serenoa, you are returning home? What perfect timing. I was thinking of heading to the Wolfort domain myself. Might I accompany you?
Milo, how'd you sneak into the castle?
Oh, let's just say I have my ways. You might find the companionship of such a capable woman a boon on the road.
I know not what her aims are, my lord, but I do know she will be easier to watch by your side.
Indeed. All right, Milo, you may come. But you'll be put to work for the household. Understood?
Of course, my lord.
Then this is farewell for now. King Roland, Frederica, until our reunion in the capital.
Roland and Frederica left the party. I guess this will just be for this chapter, I would imagine. Banner's worth completed, so we would lose Benedict if we went to the other ways. Alright, that's an important one there. I'm gonna save in a different slot now, because like I said, that's an important thing there. Alright, so start saving in slot 3 of right save data. Yeah. Do that then.